Hey guys, so ever since the sequel was announced, I've been waiting at the door for it. I've been counting the days, the months, like I was ready, ready, ready. So when it finally came out, I was excited. I jumped at it. I watched it from the first second it, uploaded. I was like, whew. And I loved it. I loved it, loved it, loved it, of course. So I wanted to have a quick chat about, some of the scenes that stood out for me, what I liked, what I didn't like, that kind of stuff. So let's start this. So one scene I was excited about was when Peter finally showed up. I was like, when they opened the door, I was like, Peter! But let's get it clear. I'm more so team Lara Jane. I love the actress Lana. I even watched her TV show on Sci-Fi, Deadly Class, just for her, like only for her. So like I'm Team Lana, like I'm Team Lara Jane. But I was excited when Peter finally showed up, finally saw his face, and I thought he was so super cute. How she was dressed, and I also loved the interaction of Peter and Kitty. Like when he gave her that little flower, I was like, "Oh, come on now, so cute, too cute." So they basically wanted to overload me with cuteness. That's all they wanted to do. That's their only job. I felt like it was, cause at that at the restaurant when Lara Jean was so super embarrassed, I was just laughing with Peter. I was like, oh my gosh, yes, yes, yes. Give me more. Give me more. Give me more. Backup forks. Yes, I want more. And how can I forget the little hand kiss too? Like, come on now. How can I? Alright, I'm gonna be honest. When we got to this scene, I was like, alright, now this is foreshadowing. Like, they're just like, hinting at us of what's to come. Like, I'm never gonna break your heart. Yeah, sure. When Lara Jean said, I promise I'm not gonna break your heart. I was like, sure. Until John Ambrose comes. Like, come on now. Nobody believes that. I just thought this scene was so cute. Cause I don't know, I just loved it when they held hands. Cause it just reminds me of me and my sister. Cause we hold hands all the time. So I was just like, all right. I believe your relationship. Okay, I can relate. I can never get enough of Kitty being Peter's number one fan. Like, she is repping her kind of brother-in-law. Like, she is repping him to the most highest power. And I love that. I love that. Seriously. When she got the letter, all I kept thinking was, I hope she tells Peter. I hope she tells Peter. I hope she tells Peter. That's the only thing I was hoping for. Because I'm like, if she didn't tell Peter and she kept it a secret, then it would have become a bigger deal than it actually is. Because if you're keeping a secret, then in your mind, you know it's wrong. So I was glad that she only told him. But then when we found out that, he knew John Ambrose, I was like, oh gosh, no, this is drama. This is drama. This is where I started not to like some of the things, but I feel like at the end it did pay off. But right here, I was like, okay, yeah, he already knew he had a relationship with Jen, and he already knew that she was his ex. So what's the issue there? But then I also remembered that this sequel is literally right after the first movie, so I was giving a little pass because I'm like, all right, she's maybe not over it yet. It's her first boyfriend. She has to get used to the idea that they're not gonna always her first and always gonna be his first. But at that point, I was just like, okay, just focus on your first together. That's what matters, not his past, not your past. Just you guys' present and future. I'm calling it now. Kitty's gonna be a matchmaker when she grows up. I'm just saying it. I'm just saying it. That's all I have to say. I wasn't the most open to the idea of John Ambrose, but I gotta say, this was cute. This scene was cute. It was a bit cute, and he has also had a cute smile too. So I was just like, all right, I'll give this, I'll give you this one, I'll give you this one. Like that's it, that's all. Cause it was just like she broke the low ball, then to add insult to injury, she fell. Like how embarrassing! I would have just laid there and died. Like that's it, that's it. This is over for me. I like this scene because it was realistic and basically it needs to be talked about more. Like, because some people have the notion in their head that, oh, if I move this person, then that's it. I'm not gonna see anybody. Like, I'm not gonna see, like, nobody, I'm not gonna think anybody's attractive. You know, I'm not gonna desire anybody else at all. So I like that they try to illustrate that a little bit. I was super, super duper duper happy that Lucas was in this movie. And I'll admit it, I like Lucas more than Lara Jean's best friend. I feel like Lucas provides more support and gives better advice, and it's just cool. Like, come on now, Lucas is just cool. Like, in this movie, it kept highlighting a lot Lara Jean's insecurities. Like with the acapella, when that one girl was like, and I think she's from Dance Mom. I think so. But then she was like, "Oh, Lara Jean, get ready. Peter showered Jen last year with acapellas. Like, get ready." And I'm just like rolling my eyes, like, okay, this was last year. This is a new relationship. This is a new year. Peter's not gonna be doing the same old crap that he did with Jen. He's gonna give her something new. And I already knew, but I already expected Lara Jen's gonna get disappointed. I already know she had her hopes up, so I was just like, alright, let's get it done. But then I was just like, alright, I'm still gonna have faith in Peter. I'm still gonna have faith in Peter. He's gonna do something great. He's gonna do something better. Like, just hold on. And he did. And he did. So I was right. And I was happy about it. This scene got the most reaction out of it. It was so unexpected, but I loved it. And I feel like this is one movie scene that I'm always gonna remember. Because, what? Before I knew you were gay, I was first in line. Like, okay, alright. This scene had an issue with Lara Jean. It's still her insecurities and stuff like that. But this one I felt more, it was just like, it was just ungrateful. Like, she has this romantic idea of relationships, but I feel like she's getting those ideas more so from novels and stuff like that, not from the real world. Like, he got your poem. He never said he wrote it, and even if he didn't write it, what's wrong with that? It's the thought that counts. You're just being ungrateful. Like, seriously. And not to be, picky, but Peter's gift was kind of better than Lara Jean's. Lara Jean's gift was more so like, okay, you made it yourself. It's the thought that counts, thank you. But I don't know, I kind of liked Peter's gift more. This was my breaking point with Lara Jean's insecurities. Because I felt she was causing more trouble in the relationship than there needed to be. I felt like, okay, I was like, okay, now this insecurity is doing too much. You need to fix this. This can't keep going like this anymore. My main reaction during this scene was, oh, this took a turn. So no, like I was like, oh, are they gonna do it in this movie? Is it gonna happen? But now I'm guessing since it didn't happen in this movie, I'm expecting it in the other movie. But I loved what she was preaching. I agree with it. This is another scene with insecurity. She's overthinking things. But I guess I haven't been in that situation, so I can't really diminish it. So I think some girlfriends have gone through that process and have been having those many questions. But to me, I was just like, all right, now, Lara Jean, let's start working towards fixing that, because this is getting to be too much. It's enveloping you too much. It's like devouring you. You can't let that happen. What John Ambrose and Lara Jean had, to me, it definitely it definitely looked like emotional cheating. The main reason I think it was emotional cheating was because she could never bring herself to tell him that she was dating Peter. And I know in that one scene she did get interrupted and she was gonna tell him, but I don't take that excuse. During the whole walk to the basement, while you guys were in the basement, during all those other times after that, you couldn't find one microsecond to say, oh hey, I have a boyfriend. I'm not single. Like, no, I don't believe that. Jealousy is not cute, and I believe that there need to be trust in a relationship. But I couldn't help but agree with Peter during his little jealous moments, because I feel like they were rightfully so. And I feel like he tried to address it a little bit, but still give her that little leeway for her to come to terms with it. I just think that she wasn't self aware of the issues she was causing at that point. Even Kitty, Peter's number one fan, could sense something was wrong. Like, enough said. Enough said. It took her so long to realize how wrong she was. But at least she realized she was wrong, because some people never admit it and stuff like that. And I can be slow sometimes too, so I'm gonna give her that pass. I gave her that pass, but I was just like, really? Took you long enough. I guess I love drama and stuff like that, because from this scene on to the like 3 hours, I was eating it up. I was loving it. I was like the cookie monster, like more, more, more. Yes, yes, yes. Yum, 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 yum. Yes, yes, yes. Like Peter's facial expressions were gold. They were gold. His energy was gold. Like everything was gold in this scene. I was like, yes, 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 yes. And even those little comments Jen was making, like, oh, do you remember when you kissed me in front of your mom? And he was like, no, I do not remember that. I was like, well said, Peter. Well said. Go ahead. Jen came with a mission that day. Like, she just wanted to ruin the relationship. She just wanted to throw people under the bus. Talking about, remember when you were wearing that t-shirt to impress John? And I felt so bad for John, because he kind of was like John Ambrose, because he was kind of like trying to flirt a little bit, like, oh, if that's true, then that would be really cute. And Peter just sitting like here, like, dude, what the fuck? I'm right here. What the actual fuck? I was loving it. I was like, yes, okay, more. I guess I really don't care for Lara Jean's best friend, because I can't remember her name right now. But I love the reaction she and Trevor were giving. I mean, the awkwardness, the tension, and Trevor laughing. You can see him like snickering a little bit. I'm just like, oh, my heart, yes. This is joy. This is joy. And then at that point where Peter finally stood up and was like, my girlfriend. Yes, I was like, yes, 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 yes. I actually liked the way Peter comforted Lara Jean. Actually, I feel like in the beginning it was kind of stepping around the bush, just like dropping hints there, just, letting her realize it on her own a little bit, not being too pushy about it, but finally kind of was like, all right, now I need to talk to you about it. Like, you guys are flirting. And when she kept denying it, I'm just like, sis, you guys are flirting. This is not respectful to you and Peter's relationship. And I really liked how they came to terms with it. And Lara Jean's argument about, oh, I've never been a girlfriend before. I didn't read the girlfriend's handbook. Girl, it's simple. Don't be that closey with another guy, and be open to telling people that you're in a relationship. Like, point blank, period. Then there was one issue I had with her too. Oh yeah, when she complained about the Valentine's Day a cappella, and Peter was like, "Cause it's not your style," and she's like, "Oh yeah, you're right. It's not my style." So what was the issue? Just larging. I just wanted to include this clip again, just to remind people of what she said. Like, when she complained about the poem later on, when Peter did say the poem to her, she was like, it's the most romantic thing ever. And when her best friend did ask her about, the a cappella thing, when she was like, did Peter sing them on you? And she was like, no, he got me something better. So why later on you're complaining about these things? Why? This is the scene where I was like, alright, Peter's relationship with Lara Jean might not be so secure. I'm like, are they really gonna bring them up right here? Is she gonna choose John Ambrose? Like, that's when I was questioning stuff. I'm like, no, they're not. No, they're not. Please, no. Because the way they were sitting together, the look she was giving him, the little story about the first and middle name, I'm like, oh no. Oh, no. The way they're bonding is not normal bonding. I'm like, uh-oh. Alert. And then the actual breakup did happen. And my emotions, my heart, because it was just, first of all, she dressed all cute and everything. I was so hyped for her. I was like, oh my god, yes. Oh, she's finally getting into the role, the girlfriend role. She's supportive. She's showing she cares. And I was excited to see Peter's reaction to a little outfit. And he never got to comment on that. And I was so sad. I'm like, oh, can you tell her she looks good? Can you tell her? Like, I was like, can you school? I know you guys are breaking up. Can you school? Is that in a love it? Like, by the way, I like your outfit. I was like hoping. But that didn't happen. And then the second thing I was so sad about was the hot tub scene. Because to me, the last movie, I loved the hot tub scene. I loved it. Oh my god, I was just like, yes. Oh, it was something else. And then to find out he was in the hot tub. No, he was waiting on Jen, and they were gonna get back together. I wouldn't rewatch the first movie after that because of that. Because when they admitted it, and I was just looking at it in a different light, and I could. That was such a heartbreak. That part hurt the most out of everything, because I was like, why? Just why? They ruined such a good thing. And that scene also brought the memory back of the scrunchie. When I was watching it, I was like, wait a minute. Did she ever get back her scrunchie? I'm like, wait a minute. What? Oh yeah, and that reminded me of some plot holes too. Oh, okay. So I already know that they casted different actors for Jermaine Bros. Like from the first movie to the second movie, it's a different actor. But at the end of the first movie, John Ambrose was at the door knocking, and Kitty opened the door and was like, Lara Jean, it's for you. So why didn't they follow up on that? Why did they act like in the first movie he never went to her house? But more importantly, the scrunchie. I never really care about directorial stuff and stuff like that. Like, I said directorial stuff and stuff like that. Alright. But yeah, I never care about director stuff. Like, I never pay attention to that kind of stuff. But these two movies, the first one and the second one, had me I really like the I don't know their work. I don't know how to describe it, but basically, I just love the directorial choices that were used in the movie. Like you can see, like the breakup scene, like none of the breakup scene. Like you'll see it in the next one, the aquarium scene. I loved it, and then also like little things too, like the cereal bowl thing, like when she was all happy, it was all colorful, and then now it's all gray, like colorless. Her sweater's gray. Even the lockers, like during that scene, like in the next scene when she's in school, all sad. I was like, were the lockers always gray? Why does everything look so gray? Like even when Peter's walking in the crowd at the field trip, it's like even the colors, the clothes around him are muted colors. I don't know. I just then I love how symmetrical they try to make everything. Mostly, I don't know. I don't know. Just it's just pleasing to look at. This movie is very pleasing to look at. This breakup scene. I know it's a breakout scene and everything, but I liked it. I love the aquarium look. The background was very pretty. I love how they were looking at each other. I just, especially when they finally took off the necklace, and then the way the camera did it, as if they were just distancing, and distancing. I like that too. And then I also like that the way he took off the necklace. It's like a parallel to when he was putting it on, but now it's just like all sad and depressing. And then when she was like, "Oh, do you want this back?" And he was like, yeah. I was like, okay, there's a little hope there. There's a little hope there. Please say no, Peter. But he did say yeah. But I was still holding on to hope. This too, I'm really curious to see how their relationship will go in the future. I'm really curious. I'm really excited to see about their future. Because their relationship is already crazy. Like if it was in real life. Like, you guys used to be best friends. And now you're dating your ex best friend's ex. That's already where that is. But I'm really, really happy that Lara Jean finally faced her demons. She actually faced her insecurities. So all that in the beginning, all those insecurities in the beginning, they were all worth it to just show how she was honest with herself and, spoke to her in a very calm, immature manner, and they were able to, come together about it. I just really liked it. I mean, do I still agree that Jen should be that much in contact with Peter, even if it's her parents divorcing? To each their own. Personally, I wouldn't like that, but to each their own. Alright, let's be honest here. Let's be honest. Let's be real. The hands down, the standout star of this movie is Stormy. Hands down, she stole the movie. I love her. And I honestly love that scene too. Oh my god, like just how do I look? The way you look. She'll be against the law. And the music that was playing in the background along with it, like come on. Can't get better. Can't get any better than that. The stair scene when she was coming down and everything, and you could tell somebody was waiting downstairs for her, but we couldn't see her. I was praying with all my might that it was Peter. I was excited. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a reveal. And then they pinned down, and it was John Ambrose, and I was just like, oh, okay, all right. So between that scene, the snow scene, and when they were dancing, and he was telling his little story about how he chickened out of asking her out, blah blah blah. I was like, you know what? Let me stop hating on John Ambrose. Let me start being a little bit supportive and looking at him more in a positive way. Because Lara Jean does deserve to have her own experience. And, she can't be with the one boyfriend her entire life. I mean, some people can. But, it's fair for her to want to experience life. She's still young. And, she doesn't want to be living with the thought of what if What if she did end up with John Ambrose in the past? What if, So I was like, okay, let me be supportive and, start, shipping their relationship, start looking at them in a positive way and rooting for them, just like I rooted for her and Peter. And as soon as I started being supportive and they kissed, then I was like, wait, is she pulling away? No. And then he was like, it's Peter, isn't it? And it was great. It was great. But it was so funny because it's like as soon as I came to terms with it, that's when she was like, no, thank you. Back to my favorite character. Her little speech was so real. She doesn't, sugarcoat it. What if he doesn't want me? Then it will hurt like hell. Here you go. Oh my god, I love Stormy. Stormy fan club over here. One thing I like in movies and plot twists or anything like that is like when they bring back something that was mentioned like for a second, it can be like, oh yeah, that was so true. Like I love seeing those kind of stuff. So when he came to pick her, came to her, and he was like, you hate driving in the snow, you're scared of driving in the snow. And I'm like, oh yeah, she did mention that on their first date. Like how cute. How cute. I'm like, that's real love right there. That's real love. Because even if you guys broke up, you still cared enough to come pick you up in the snow. Because I know I'm kind of lazy when it comes to driving. Like, leaving my house to go pick you up. I need to really care about you. So, these two movies, the first one and the second one, they seem to have the theme of heartbreak in it. Because in the first movie, I do remember him mentioning something about break my heart or something like, he was like, break my heart, Kavi, and then they did the final kiss. I'll include the picture here. I'll have to find it. And then right here too, he's like, break my heart 1,000 times. What does that mean? I was like so confused. I mean, I'm sure it was romantic, but I was like, I'm lost. But I didn't care. They got back together. My heart was like a roller coaster. I was like, yes, 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 yes. I was screaming. I was like, oh, it was just joy, 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 joy. But my only little issue with it is like, she just kissed John Ambrose. Like literally, his saliva is still on her lips. Not even 5 minutes ago. And she went right to kissing Peter. That part, I was like, oh, poor Peter. She keeps disrespecting you. Oh, that part was tough for me, but it's okay. I'm still happy. And it's funny because like the movie literally ended. As soon as it ended, I was like, okay, so where's the third one? I'm ready for the third one. Like, when is the third one being released? Like, come on now. It was just great, 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 great. When I went back to watch the movie and I saw this scene, it was very interesting to me, knowing, about the second movie already, or watching the second movie, because I did kind of overlook her insecurity at times. I was like, all right, now get over it. Come on now. But seeing this scene, it really showed me how clueless she can be about relationships and all that stuff. And she was really like into romance novels and stuff like that. So that kind of highlighted for me how where she, was lost a little bit in the relationship. But I do feel like she's pretty lucky, and I'm pretty happy that she has somebody as sweet and caring and patient as Peter. And also, I loved how Peter said you gotta trust, because trust is a big thing in a relationship. And when just John Ambrose came, their trust was put to the test, and Peter's jealousy came out. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Go ahead and like and subscribe for more, and please comment down below, and I would love to read your thoughts and anything else that you have to say.